Right, qualifying for the Miami Grand Prix. Thankfully, a less eventful encounter than the sprint race. Do check out my sprint review if you haven't already. The sprint review is almost as long as the sprint itself. The absolute chaos that was ensuing during that one. But let's talk about qualifying for the Grand Prix on Sunday, because there were some surprise results here. Some good surprises and some bad surprises. So let's dive in, guys. The first bad surprise was Lewis Hamilton, getting a really impressive P3 in the sprint, which probably did flatter his pace, really. He was really struggling in the intermediate conditions, being slower, frankly, than Alex Albon, who was behind him for 6th place. He was in at the time, was Hamilton, but didn't even make it through to qualifying 3 here, not even through to the top 10 in P12 overall for Hamilton, which is poor. It is. It's not good. The margins are extremely fine in Formula 1 right now for qualifying in particular, but that's not good. You got to be making the top 10, really. His teammate did, Charles Leclerc, but in fairness, Charles Leclerc really struggled as well. That Ferrari does not look good here. Now, of course, Leclerc crashed out of the sprint race before the sprint race even began, and I believe Leclerc, in the end, actually got P8 in qualifying, so not really good for him, to be honest with you. Ferrari really struggling right now. One car only just into the top 10 and the other one just outside of it. Not positive at all. But positive times right now. Positive vibes for the newest father on the grid. And I'm, of course, referring to Max Verstappen, who, despite a bit of a wobble in the first corner on his second run in qualifying, the guy has produced again. Back-to-back pole positions, 3 pole positions from the opening 6 rounds of the season, over 1 lap. Max Verstappen is an absolute danger. This guy is unbelievable. I mean, look, I never really doubted the kid's speed and his talent. This is reminding me a little bit. I mean, obviously he's had a lot of talent, but you know what I mean? He's showing it even more now. This is reminding me of the likes of, Ayrton Senna. I'm going to say it. This is reminding me of the Ayrton Senna days when in 1993 and 1992, the McLaren was not the best car on the grid, but he still won races. He still got pole positions. He still challenged on a regular basis. And around the right track, around street tracks in particular, just like with Verstappen in fairness, the guy was always a threat for the victory. Verstappen's doing the exact same thing. I cannot believe how good he's doing. He is absolutely something else, and massive respect. Pole position. Everybody was saying, he's a dad now. He's going to be slowed down. He's going to be more protective. Nah, no chance. No chance. He is an absolute danger, like I said, to this Formula 1 grid, and he's still in with that chance. In my opinion, no doubt in a chance for that 5th world title in a row. Only Michael Schumacher has done that before him. We will see as the season progresses. But the bad news for Max Verstappen is that there's a bunch of drivers that are looking very, very capable of upsetting his Sunday drive tomorrow, particularly Lando Norris. Lando, fair play to the guy. He's had a good Saturday. He won the sprint race, yeah, fortuitous for sure, but on merit today, he was Max Verstappen's closest challenger in qualifying. He got P2. Oscar Piastri, a little off it, maybe a little bit rocked by the sprint race and only getting P2 in that, despite clearly being the fastest driver through pretty much the whole race. He's down in P4. Race pace is another thing at the end of the day. These guys, I'm sure McLaren are going to be better in terms of race pace. I would still back heavily one of them to win the race tomorrow, but Verstappen, he's done it before. He did it in Japan. He almost did it in Saudi, so we'll see what happens. But let's talk about the Mercedes cars. I mean, George Russell was not looking too great through Q3, but he still managed to get a top 5. 5th place again. The guy is consistently a top 5. But who got P3? Kimi Antonelli. Pole position for the sprint race, 3rd place, 2nd row, on the good side of the grid as well. Will he learn from his mistake on Saturday afternoon in the sprint, where of course he didn't yield when he should have done going through turn 1, and it cost him a bunch of places? I hope he will use that experience to good use at the end of the day, make use of it, because for me, honestly, he's a real talent, and I really want to see more from him. So let's see how he gets on tomorrow for the actual Grand Prix. Who's best of the rest, though? I've not spoke about 6th and 7th. I kind of filled in all those gaps. It's Williams. My word, man. I mean, not a good sprint race from the end. Alex Albon, I think, was 5th or 6th on the road, and because of penalties to other drivers, he eventually got up to P4. But he got a penalty as well, so he ended up being out of the points. But the pace is definitely in that car. Carlos Sainz as well, crashing out of the sprint. A very bad Saturday afternoon in hindsight, I would say, for Williams, but the pace is definitely there in that car, and on merit they are ahead of both Ferraris coming into this race. 6th place for Sainz, 7th for Albon. Let's hope that they can shore that up. They can convert that to a double point score, because they are 5th in the Constructors' Championship right now, and another double points will be great for them. Esteban Ocon, though, for Haas, their closest rivals, is in P9, so don't discount him doing a crazy strategy or something like Haas are really loving doing. They're doing a fantastic job, or Haas as well. So yeah, those are the 5 things that we learned from qualifying for the Miami Grand Prix. What were your main takeaways from the action on Saturday afternoon? It was a little later as well because of the delays earlier on, but yeah, have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, guys. Let's hope for a great race tomorrow as well. I will be bringing out my review for the race on Monday morning. I won't be up late enough, unfortunately, and available to do the race review on Sunday evening, Sunday night here in the UK, but I will bring it to you on Monday morning. So have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Have a great day.